Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Maria, and if you don't know me already, I'm a mom of one. I am a nurse, and I'm a runner, and I like to surf, and I live here in South Carolina. I'm actually sitting outside right now on my patio, and I'm planning to wax down my surfboard, so I'm ready to put a fresh coat of wax on it for the winter time. I'm drinking a cup of tea. It's about 50 degrees, so I've got on my jacket, but I just wanted to come out here for some fresh air and sunlight. So let me just go ahead and jump into today's video. I wanted to challenge myself to make a video once a day for the next month about something related to fitness and motherhood and just kind of the mom life. Sorry, my palm tree is kind of in the way here. It's kind of jacked up, but I'm here amidst all my plants next to my surfboard. My favorite place to be, actually. Speaking of surfing, I think I'm gonna make my video today about why I feel like my mental health is so much better in the summer. And I feel like it just goes without saying that in the summertime we're getting more sunlight, the days are longer, we're probably getting better sleep, we're feeling more rested, we're getting more exercise in the summer. The winter time, it's colder, it gets dark early, but I noticed last summer I really gave myself a free pass for self-care when it came to surfing. I was pregnant. So my son, just disclaimer, my son is a toddler now. He's a year and like 4 months. So he's like 16 months. So when I was pregnant with him, I was in my 3rd trimester in the middle of the summer in South Carolina. And so being a surfer, I pretty much couldn't surf all summer, and I was devastated. And so I made up for it last year. And it felt so good to be getting back in the water, getting back on my board, getting my body back, all the things. And it worked out really well for me to where I was able to get up super early on the weekends, like Saturday, Sunday morning. The sun would rise at 5:45. I would get to the beach at like first light or sunrise. And I would surf before my son was even awake. So I would get like an hour or 2 session in before my son was up. And his dad was still with him and he was asleep. And so I would come home, he would just be getting up, getting ready for breakfast. And so I did that just about every weekend last summer. And I was in good shape. I'm like out of shape now, I feel. Not really, but like compared to last summer, I was in such good shape. I was ripped. I just felt good. I had a tan, but as I got into winter, I was kind of like looking around my house going, man, it's dirty in here. I haven't been cleaning. I've been going to the beach. Because a lot of the days, I would go surfing in the morning. That was my me time. And it was great. I mean, it was refreshing. It was rejuvenating. It was what I needed. I felt so good. And then I would come home, and then a lot of times we would have breakfast, and then we would all go to the beach as a family. So I would go take my son to the beach. We'd go to the park. We'd do something outside. So that was really great for me. But now that it's winter time, I've been kind of more focused on doing things in my house. So I've been cleaning a lot more. I was wrapping all the Christmas presents, doing all the Christmas shopping. It's been a little frantic. Cooking a lot. I've been making muffins and cookies and pizza dough and chili and like doing kind of like the indoor Christmassy type stuff, which has been super fun. And like the weather here in South Carolina is not bad, but I just haven't been getting outside as much as I was. I haven't been surfing. It's cold. I'm gonna give this thing a fresh coat of cold weather water wax. That's a lot of W's. Cold weather water wax. I just made that up. So I'm going to be trying to surf at least once a month in the winter time, but like it's cold. I don't feel like putting on a wetsuit. But I got booties for Christmas, so I might as well put them to use. But I just really noticed that my mental health, I was in just a much better mood over the summer. And the reason I bring this up is because I feel like I was guilting myself a lot over the summer for going out surfing, and I was saying, man, I feel so bad about this. And there was a couple of times that I think maybe I went too far, and I'm like, okay, maybe I surfed for 3 hours and it was getting late, and I really missed out on some time with Michael. Or I feel like, maybe I wore myself out in the morning, and now I'm too worn out to do stuff at home. So like maybe there was a couple of times that I pushed it too far, but for the most part, I really think the benefits outweighed everything else. I was just a much more present mom, and I felt better. And so all of this to say, I'm definitely gonna surf next summer, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it because as I've learned the hard way in the first year of motherhood, self-care is not selfish. Now, I think there's a fine line between like maybe self-care could become extreme, but I think for most mothers, we're not getting our basic needs met in today's world. So I'm not gonna give myself a hard time for going surfing. And I think at the end of the day, I would almost rather have a messy house and peace of mind. The house is always gonna be a little messy. Especially going to the beach, there's gonna be sand in some corners. And I'll admit that I've gone a little bit crazy with the cleaning this winter. Like, I don't know what it is about being stuck in the house, but I just notice every little piece of dirt in every little corner. And like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to organize the closets, and this is a mess in here, and the bathrooms are dirty. And all of this to say, like, that obsession with trying to keep the house clean has not been good for like my anxiety level. So I just want to feel more peaceful. And I really feel like doing things like exercise and self-care, it's not a task that needs to be done. It's not a box to check. I think the reason why surfing for me was such great self-care is because it forces me to slow down. You can't go force yourself to catch a wave. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna catch this wave. Sometimes the ocean doesn't cooperate. So it really forced me to slow down. It was social. I was living in the moment, and then I was coming home refreshed and feeling like a new person. And I am a runner too, and I love to run, and I love to do other types of exercise, but for the most part, this video, I'm just talking about surfing. And it's something that I did probably at least once a week, if not a couple times a week last year. And yeah, that was just really good for my self-care. So all of this to say, whatever that would be for you, whether it's surfing, whether it's walking or going to a class or hanging out with a friend or going shopping or whatever, whatever thing that makes you feel really good, I just think it's important that you do it, and remember to take time for yourself, because it's not being selfish to want to be a good mom so that you can be present for your children. Obviously, not everybody has this ability, and so I do feel for people that don't have a lot of support. I also don't have any family around here, so I'm just dependent on my man for right now. But yeah, just take time for yourself and enjoy the outdoors, whatever that looks like for you. Alrighty, Happy New Year and have a great week.